Good afternoon, everybody. Today is the last of the 4 o'clock daily meetings that we'll need to have. And it is Sunday, what, May 1st.
May Day.
Oh, happy May Day. And it's a special meeting of the Valley City Commission. We call the meeting to order. Please call the roll.
President Carlsruhe,
Here.
Commissioner Magnuson,
Here.
Commissioner Bishop,
Here.
Commissioner Erickson,
Here.
Commissioner Gallman,
Here.
City Administrator Crawford. Here. City Attorney Martinick.
Here.
Please join me for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll begin our reports with Rich.
Okay, we'll start off talking water. Bald Hill Dam Pool is right around 1265.85 and on the rise. This morning, we did make a cut in flows of approximately 800 CFS. So we are discharging approximately 3,700 CFS. And it takes time for that to show up to stretch out and attenuate out of the reservoir. So if you look at the graph, you'll see it's continually going down. So it'll take time to get down to that 3,700 CFS. Inflows into the reservoir are 6,500. And I kind of looked at things, and just like you have local inflows between Valley City and Bald Hill Dam, there also are local inflows between Cooperstown and Bald Hill Dam and Bald Hill Creek and Bald Hill Dam. And it looks like we have probably about 3,000 CFS plus or minus, somewhere in there of local reservoir inflows. Today, Warwick is at 993. It kind of was flat, kind of went up, and now it's kind of flattening out again. Cooperstown 2,760, kind of doing the same thing. Yesterday, Cooperstown was like 2,180, so it's on the rise. Bald Hill Creek is 1,720, and that's on the rise and slightly gonna maybe start to flatten out. Valley City right now is right around 17.94. with about 5,500 CFS flow going through Valley City. I think local inflows are approximately right now about 1,200 CFS, somewhere in there. So I guess this morning we made that decision to cut 800 CFS to give relief to the downstream, the rural road network. Also, I could see when I was down there that there's people's driveways and things were affected. There's agricultural operations that are impacted. I think the city of Catherine was being impacted because of the local flows. So we thought it was the right decision to cut back and start, and use some of that storage to help out down there. So the operating plan for Bald Hill Dam is to maintain this 3,700 cubic feet per second discharge. Tomorrow's another day, and we'll relook at things and see how the gauges look up north, and see if there's another cut or if we just need to hold it. But we'll start using the storage up. And the current plan shows us going up to 1270, using 4 feet of that 5-foot raise. But we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Hopefully that'll get better. According to this, the National Weather Service, we would have, in the end, we'd have over 8,000 CFS inflows into Ashtabula. The National Weather Service this morning had come out with an updated forecast, and they were looking at Valley City to crest at 18.1, and it looks like it came in at unofficial, not verified, but 18.09 at around 8 o'clock this morning. And so that's what they're showing as the highest elevation crest on their forecast. So if you look back at the historic crests, that would bring 2022 into 5th place, ahead of the summer 1993 event that was 18.05. So you would have, it comes in as the 5th largest flood of record. That's all I have.
Okay, any questions for Rich, commissioners? Anyone in the audience? Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, Rich.
Gwen?
We are working with our levee watchers, the people that are patrolling the levees for us. We did get official word that we will be going through overnight and then going till tomorrow at 8 p.m. We do still have some openings. So if there's anyone out there that would be willing to help, we have some shifts still at 12 a.m. So midnight tonight to 4 a.m. that we need filled, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. and 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. that we have a couple to still fill. So if there's anyone out there that would be willing to help us out, but luckily after tomorrow night, we will not have to have the actual patrol because our water levels will be down low enough that they won't be on any of the new or the temporary dikes, those types of things. One of the things that have been asked already is, so what about cleanup? I have to be honest, we haven't even got that far yet. So we just need to get through this and then we can talk about what we'll do going ahead. But if everyone could just bear with us and the staff, we're exhausted. We got to figure out what we're doing and then we'll make a game plan from there once we get some direction on what we have to do. And tomorrow, the public works crews will start going back to their 8-hour shifts so they can get some time with their families. We really appreciate those families for stepping up and knowing that they have to do a lot at home when people are gone and have to do a lot of that on their own. So that's all I have for right now.
Okay, thank you, Gwen. Clint?
The rain stopped, so I'm happy.
Good job, Clint.
We kept afloat. We've pretty much caught up everywhere, a few areas of standing water, but we'll get those caught up here in the next day or so. And then we are going back to 8-hour shifts. It'll still be around the clock till the water drops low enough, but there'll be 3 8-hour shifts. So get a little bit of normalcy for the guys and gals get home. That's about all I got.
Okay, thank you, Clint. Sue?
The county is doing okay. The city of Daisy had some problems with their lift station being jeopardized. So they got their pump up and running and got caught up on that. They had their engineer out yesterday to do some water levels because they thought that the State Highway 1 was causing a dam and not letting the water move, but that appears to be not the issue. Litchville, they had problems with their lift station. Their pump died in the middle of the night last night. So we got a hold of the city of Jamestown and they had a pump that Litchville could borrow. So somebody ran over and got that and they're still working on getting that up and running. Barnes County Highway Superintendent Kerry Johnson closed County Road 21 approximately 2 miles north of the city of Catherine, more commonly known as the Hughes Bridge. He was just back out there. Gwen had called and said that somebody had reported water somewhere else. So he drove the Catherine Road. All the bridges are still open except this one, and this one has actually gotten more water on it since this morning. So people were turning around. They weren't driving through the water. So that was good to hear that they were following the road closed signs. Otherwise, just some townships still reporting some washed out culverts and gravel wash, but things have slowed down with the county as well.
Okay, thanks, Sue. Any questions for Sue? Okay. Phil? Carl? Scott? There we go. Yes, yes.
Just a couple quick things. First one, if you haven't seen what's going on in the city crews, everybody that belongs to the city has worked flawlessly together. Awesome to see it. It's been a great part of being as a team member. Downside to the whole operation, we're going to get into less water, but we're still going to have higher water coming through our city. Please stay off the dikes. The dikes are still going to be slippery. Kind of maybe refrain from fishing if you don't have to. The water current's still going to be fast and the water's still cold. So I have nothing else.
Okay, thanks, Scott. Okay, and just a meeting note, we will not be meeting tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And so without that meeting, what we're going to do on Tuesday, our finance meeting will begin at 4 o'clock. We'll begin at 4 o'clock, and that's a change from what was originally sent out. Anything else?
The flood hotline will still be going. So anyone that has questions, concerns, or wants to volunteer, that number will keep being forwarded. So someone will be able to answer it at all times.
Okay, thank you. And we're still pumping water. So along with that, we still need to conserve water. So please, if you don't have to use the water, minimize the amount of water that you use. And remember that it's the peak times are the same as it is with electricity. So at breakfast, lunch, and dinner are the bad times to use the water. So try to use it around different times. And that cleanup was mentioned, certainly now that things appear to be receding, we'd like to have everything go away because we're all in the fast food mode. However, cleanup takes longer. Arranging for cleanup takes longer. When you're in an emergency situation, we can just do things. Now there's more layers of bureaucracy through which one must go to be before you can start removing the materials that were placed. So again, as Gwen requested, please be patient. Just a kudos to everybody who has helped here. I think going through the whole deal, one of the most interesting comments I heard over the week was from the governor. And he said, I've been on a lot of emergency tours. And he said, and this one was the most relaxing yet because everybody had done such a good job. So thank you, everybody. And see you Tuesday for the commission meeting at 5 o'clock. That's finance meeting at 4, commission at 5. So I was going by the TV. Okay, thanks, everyone. Meeting adjourned.